Alright everybody, welcome back to Esports Roundup. This week a lot happened in esports, a lot of tournaments going on, a lot of tournaments concluding. And yeah, I'd say let's just jump right into it with our tournament section. Alright, we've had conclude the PGL RMR Europe A, that is the qualifier for the Counter-Strike Major in Copenhagen. Alright, here are the teams that made it through: Virtus.pro, G2 Esports, Navi, FaZe Clan, Koi, Eternal Fire, SAW, Amcal Esports. The teams that moved to the decider brackets are Fnatic, 9Pandas, and BetBoom. And the teams that were eliminated was Enterprise, Team Falcons, 3D Max, Ninjas in Pajamas, and Into the Breach. We've also had happen the PGL RMR Europe B, basically the same thing, just different teams. Alright, qualified Mouse, Cloud9, Team Vitality, Team Spirit, Apex, ENCE, Ecstatic, Heroic, moving to the decider bracket, Guild Eagles, Astralis, and Gamer Legion. Eliminated were OG, Monte, Prezi Esports, Para Esports, and Nexus Gaming. Alright, and now for the aforementioned decider bracket, aka the Europe LCQ, Last Chance Qualifier. We've got Fnatic versus Gamer Legion. This just happened. Gamer Legion won. Fnatic is eliminated. Will not be at the major. Guild Eagles beat BetBoom. So BetBoom also eliminated. And 9Pandas beat Astralis. Astralis also eliminated. Alright, then we've had conclude Genesis X or Genesis 10, whatever you want to call it. For Melee, I predicted Leffen to win. And Cody Schwab won, beating AMSA in the grand finals. Congratulations to Cody Schwab. Please sponsor him as soon as possible. Alright, for the ultimate side of things, I predicted Sonics to win, and Zomba won. Yes, he beat Sonics in the grand finals. Bracket reset. Congratulations to Zomba. He's also looking for a sponsor. Alright, and finally, on the Guilty Gear side of things, I predicted Jonathan Tennant to win. I said it was between him, a Super Noon, and Apology Man, and guess what? Brown won. Somebody I didn't even mention as an option to win the entire thing. Well, yeah. Alright, before the tournament happened, I was like, well, who's Jonathan Tennant gonna play? Is he gonna play Zato? Is he gonna play Asuka? He actually went Soul, but it didn't change the outcome of the match. Brown took it in a bracket reset, as you can see, 3-2, really close. Congratulations to Angie player Brown. Alright, in the LPL, in League of Legends, we've had a few changes in placing. Ninjas in Pajamas is now in first. You can see the standings right here. Then we've had the LEC playoffs happen. G2 Esports won in the grand final against Mad Lions Koi. Congratulations to G2 Esports. Alright, and then in the LCS, we've had like 1 or 2 matches. As you can see, there's like no change in the standings. Shopify Rebellion is still last, Flyka is still first. And in the LCK, we've had 1 change in the standings. Hanwha Live Esports went up a spot, and KD also went down a spot. Yeah, that does it for League of Legends. Then moving on to another Riot Games title, Valorant, and the VCD Kickoff Americas. These are the standings right now. It's just started. As you can see, Evil Geniuses hasn't even played a game yet. This is how it's looking right there. Moving on to the China region of the VCT Kickoff. Also pretty much the same deal. We've just started. Teams have played a maximum of 1 game. You know, we're still in the beginning. And in the EMEA, it's basically the same deal. Still in the early stages. And yeah, I will update you next week. Okay, but in the Pacific region, we have moved on to the playoffs. Here are the matchups: T1 versus PaperX, DRX versus Gen G. And also, this is how I learned Gen G moved from NA to the Pacific region. Very interesting. Okay, now for a big one, Capcom Cup. As you can see, a lot of entrants, a lot of groups. You know, when Group F got drawn, everybody was like, dang, this is really messed up. What a stacked group. Yeah, if I had to predict the winner, I would go with NuckleDo, Shopify Rebellion's very own. Yeah. This is a 1.7 million prize pool tournament. I think that's the biggest tournament in fighting games history, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I think. Anyhow, that does it for our tournament section. And now moving on to our main stories. Hey, real quick, Carnivores from the future here. Happening today is Full Bloom. I thought like after Genesis, surely there's not like a Smash tournament for a while. I was wrong. Full Bloom is happening today. This is the projected Melee bracket, top 64. We've got people like Cody Schwab, Free Palestine, Mango, Aklo, Zane, Salt, Jmook, Dreffin, Polish, and Lucky entering. If I had to predict the winner, I would go with Zane. And there's also Ultimate. Let's see who entered. This is definitely more of a melee tournament. Top 48, yes, you can see there's like not a lot of people that entered this. Let's see if there is anyone recognizable. Actually, no one. I actually don't recognize any of these players. So more of a melee affair. But yeah, that I just wanted to point it out. Full Bloom happening right now. Go check it out if you like melee. Yeah. We've got Zai returns. Yes, Zai is back for Tundra Esports, but not as a player, as a general manager. I think that's really interesting because general manager in esports are usually like babysitters for players. They make sure they get to all their appointments, they make sure they play their matches, they get them coffee, but I can't really see that being the thing with Zai. Maybe it's like more of a sports GM kind of direction. No, in sports, the general manager decides who's on the team. He decides who's coaching the team. He makes all the player decisions, all the personnel decisions, and maybe we're moving more in that direction with esports. I mean, there's definitely been like real general managers, but usually, at least in Dota, you know, who's on the team is usually decided by the players. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Definitely glad to have Zai back in the scene. Yeah. All right, for topic number 2, we've had Project Ale unveil its official name. Yes, Riot's fighting game now has a real name, not Project L. It is 2XKO. And as many people on my timeline said, and I'm also of this opinion, this name sucks. I think Project L is a better name. I think 2XKO is not a great name. And yeah, basically, this is the name. It's probably because you have to KO 2 characters in order to win. So it's 2XKO. I think if you put 2 random nouns together, it's a better name than 2XKO, but whatever. I'm definitely excited about this game. I've signed up for the player test, and yeah, we'll see. This game will be playable at EVO Japan. I mean, I'm not going, obviously, but, you know, maybe something to look out for. Anyway, I don't think the name is good. And yeah, that basically does it for this topic. And moving on to our final topic, our main story. Simple joins Falcons. Yes, arguably the GOAT of Counter-Strike Global Offensive has joined Team Falcons on loan at EM Katowice. He said he's going to come back to CS2. He's going to start playing again. And he's joining Falcons. As I mentioned before, Falcons is eliminated from the majors, so he won't be playing with them there. I mean, this loan is only for 1 month anyway, but you will see him in the upcoming Blast tournament. So that's definitely very exciting to see how that shakes out, you know. That's a really high caliber signing, and I'm interested to see what that's gonna look like. All right, that does it from me. That's everything that's been happening in esports this week, and I will see you next time.